Hey guys, it's Spazzy Dragon here, aka Syndromes, and welcome to probably not part 15. This is probably going to be one of the in-between episodes that I told you about earlier in the series, where I said if I'm going to do some extensive building projects or something that is, time-consuming and kind of boring, maybe, depending on what kind of person you are, I'm going to make it a in-between episode which you can then either skim through or skip entirely. So, the idea right now, our plan right now, is that we're going to set a long-term goal and a few short-term goals. The long-term goal is, and I'm sad to say this, the decommission, or at least a massive overhaul of our main ship, the Discovery 1. The problem is, I wasn't really sure that we would get this far so quickly. And the problem is, right now our ship is made up mostly out of titanium and iron. And the problem with this is that it's just inadequate. It is not going to survive in this setting. We're actually very close to halfway over to the center of the galaxy, and this ship is just not going to work. If we actually take a look at these NPCs right here, you'll actually notice that this guy has blue items on it, so he's actually using not even the green one, not even nanite, he's already using Trinium. We don't even have the necessary tools to mine Trinium yet. And that's something that I'll need to fix in the upcoming episodes. But the good thing is we finally made it to a safe harbor. So this is actually very strange, but these guys are at very excellent relations to us, and I'm going to use their location right now as kind of our staging grounds. And one of the things that I'm going to do today specifically is devise a mining drone that we can just use to salvage all of this. Now, we don't really have a lot in terms of advanced parts. We have a lot of iron, so I'm going to stick to that. But the cool thing here is that I should be able to buy something to mine with here. I'm looking at the map. Okay, there it is. I'm gonna quickly check the equipment dock. And we're gonna... Basically, this episode is specifically going to be about setting up our mining drones. And speaking of, the problem with mining drones is that the game has a habit of them getting stuck. They get into a position where they can't avoid an asteroid between it and the target, and it just gets stuck. I'm sad to say that's probably what happened to our drones back there. So first things first, we're gonna basically abandon those dudes because we are way past that point. I'm sad to say that the one thing that I really wish the game did was to propose a reason to use outdated material, but there's just no need to it. We started off with iron, and then finding titanium. Titanium was a big deal, right? Because you could build everything out of iron, and then titanium was used to build the very cool parts, like the energy generators and the capacity things, the integrity field generators, stuff like that. It's basically the same with neonite and trinium. Right now, neonite is our new iron, which is just abundant, and trinium is our titanium, which we're going to use to build all the advanced systems. So that's one of the reasons why I need this ship to be just overhauled from the ground up, and at that point we'll probably need to rename it to Discovery 2 because of the change. The change itself is just going to be massive at that point. But first, I actually want to go back and destroy these two ships, because we don't really need them. The only thing they are going to do is they're gonna be paid, like the crew members are gonna be paid, and nothing's gonna happen. So where is this? Okay, see what I mean? Now it's moving. We were so far off that the game basically just stopped the simulation altogether. We're gonna disable safe mode, and we're just going to delete the ship. And the same thing we're gonna do with this thing. Now, since this is the last ship in the sector, when I'm gonna press delete, it's actually going to destroy my probe as well. And it's going to count as a, you know, a death, and I'm gonna be respawn in the starting system. And there you go. But the cool thing is, I can just switch back to your old sector. So, what about this dude? I'd really like to bring him along with the ride, but frankly, we are already in a... We are in a much better position for this, so let me quickly finish up what this guy started. Gonna very quickly finish up mining this thing. Oh, that was a bit of desync, actually. Strange. Yeah, see, the crew of your ship, the Discovery 1, was paid. So that would have happened with these mining drones we left over there, and they would just be a waste of money. It's not like we don't have the credits. We actually have past 1 million credits. It's just that I would rather have them be used for something we're actually using. As far as I understand, once you get away from your ships at some sort of specific distance, it just stops running the simulation. I'm not exactly sure if that's the case, but I think that's what happened. So, there we go. This thing is... interact, build, and we are basically just going to nuke this thing. Obviously, yes, I know this thing has our... Actually, probably doesn't have our only... captain. Actually, it did. But it's okay, because this sector has a shipyard, so I can obtain a captain at any point. And actually, that's actually one of the things. We're actually going to get a few captains from the actual ship. So, shipyard. Where is it? Where's the shipyard? It is over there. Interact, build a ship, a single block, temp 1. That's 1. Temp 2. That's the second. And... do we need more than that? Fuck it. There's no reason not to, I guess. And temp 3. Well then... come on! There we go. And we'll pick those guys up a little bit later. But right now, I need to get some better equipment. The problem right now is that all of our items, like all of our actual items... Let's take a look. Inventory, there we go. Let's sort by material. And the best stuff we currently have is actually from titanium. So we're actually going to just sell all of the old crap and go on a shopping spree. Trade equipment, sell items, and we're just going to sell everything we have here. Because there's really nothing we can use here. And also, transporter software. I have no clue why this thing's so expensive. I've never used one, but there you go. And now, look at this thing. It costs 3.75 million. Holy shit. That's a lot. And now, I'm actually going to Do I want these? Probably not. Instead, I want the mining turrets. See, Trinium mining turret, it costs 1/5 credits. That's actually a lot. Ooh, this is a repair turret. Ooh, I'm intrigued. I'll look into that later. Oh, railguns. Independent targeting, but faster. I want all 3 of these. Thank you. I'll tell you about the railguns later. These are... That's another thing. Like, we skipped over so much of the galaxy. Like, a moment ago we were encountering pirates with chain guns, and those chain guns were ripping us apart. Now we're going to encounter even worse things. And I'm sad to say that that's the only mining turret here, so... that is actually kind of sad. Frankly, I will need to get some torpedoes, because the torpedoes are a good way to just end things. Okay, I'm 23 out of 40. First things first, I'm going to pick up those captains. And the captains are the only reason why we spawned those ships, by the way. Like, we don't need anything else. So yeah, after this, our primary goal is to set up a mining drone. And then we are going to set up and modify the ship. That's the idea. Transfer crew. So what I'm doing right now, if you didn't figure it out yet, I'm currently transferring the crew, which includes the captain, which you get with the ship, to this ship. And after that, I go into the build mode and simply delete the ship. So there we go. If we actually go into our ships, we will notice that we have 3 captains. So that is very nice. Now, we can actually tell it to build us a ship. Yeah, right. And we're gonna... Let's use a neonite block, I guess. It's gonna just be a single block, and we're gonna call it the minor one. Pirates are attacking the area. Okay, guys, it's time to test the railguns. And I guess I'll just make this into an actual episode, considering we're doing... Oh, wow, that is a big turret. Okay, I did not know it's such a big turret. Something like that. And now... It is better. It is Trinium. Oh. Ooh. I fucked up. All of my stuff is Trinium. I don't have Trinium. Oh my god. I fucked up. Okay, do we have a resource? Do we have a resource? Resource. There he is. There it is. We need to go and buy. We need to go buy some Trinium. Jesus fucking Christ on a stick. I forgot that you can only put Trinium turrets on Trinium blocks, and hey, guess what? I don't have fucking Trinium yet because I'm a fucking pleb! I just arrived here! Fuck! I just need to establish the miners, and once I have established the miners, then I can go on with my life. Ah, is that really so much to ask for? Come on, stop. Please, stop. Please do the stop. Ah! Chunky boy won't stop. Okay, trade materials. Can I buy some Trinium? Can I buy like 100 Trinium? Yes, I can. Okay, and now that we have that much, Trinium hull, transfer blocks, Trinium hull, Trinium hull, Trinium hull. I just transformed these blocks into Trinium. Now I can use the railgun turrets. I can also assign the slots for it. And by that time, the pirates are actually almost dead. But at least now we have guns. And those guns are actually much better than what we had. Oh wow, that pirate is getting dismantled. I need to get some shots on it so I get the money for it. Please do the shooty-doo. I helped! I just actually noticed that I don't have enough, crew. Thank you for defeating those pirates. Yeah, I... Tractor beam update. Oh, I like that. I think that is going to be very relevant to us. Okay. Dock. Can I do the docky-doo? Without hitting my head? How many do I have? Oh wait, I don't have the... I did have the gunners, I just didn't... I don't have the... Oh wait, do I? Okay, I can hold 11 more crew. I'm gonna do that. Boop. There we go. And everything is fine and dandy. Okay, guys. 18 minutes in. We can finally make that fucking mining drone. And this is how we're going to do that. First, we're going to enter the ship. And so the idea is this. Our current generated energy, as a block, that's the starting block. It gives you 500 megawatts of generated energy. What we're going to do is we are going to... We're going to use Neonite to build an engine. So, yeah, like something like this. Something like this. And we're going to make an engine that takes about 300. Yeah, there we go. And that is going to leave us with... That's going to leave us with 200 megawatts to design the rest of the ship. And the first thing first we're going to build is a crew quarters. And the idea is that we're going to put down those mining turret, that one mining turret right now, so we know how many people we need. But for that, we need that one bit of hull, because the game wants us to have that. Is it? No, it's not big enough. It is not big enough. It's by far not big enough for that thing. Actually, there we go. I want it to be smaller. I just want a place to put the... Seriously? Are you fucking kidding me? Something like this, maybe? Ah, there we go. Okay, and now, after doing that, we're gonna set off our quarters. I'm slowly running out of neonite, by the way, so I'm kind of being conservative with this whole design. And this is going to be our crew quarters. I can set that back to 1.5. And that's going to add 16. That actually might be more than we need. I'll check that a little bit later. 40 and adds 8 crew members. That's good enough. That's probably good enough. Now we need a way to stop the ship and navigate. So we're gonna go step that down again. .2. Let's mirror it. And we're looking for about 5. 5.6. There we go. And we want 2, 3. There we go. Now we want the same for side thrust. Something like this. And the same for the top. Something like this. Okay, so now we need 10 crew, which we're going to get from here. So the whole point is we're creating a drone which is very fast. Like, screw everything else. It has to be fast so it can get from rock to rock as fast as possible. Hire crew, 10 people. Hire. That's actually not enough. We need one more person, and for that we need actually one more crew quarters. Oh boy. There we go. That's gonna add 8. We don't need 8. We need just... Actually, let's go with 4, because then we can add another turret if we want. And 4 crew members. There we go. And there we go. Oh boy! This is a zippy AF drone. But as you can see, our energy production is just... no. It is just no. But hey, at least this thing can mine now. So, hey guy, go and mine. Noom! Look at that guy go. Okay. Now I just need more of these. A whole fucking lot more. Let's actually take a look. Does it know how to approach it? Yes. Yes, it does. So this is what I thought, this is what I said. The idea is that the game, when it does the drone, it kind of approaches all the asteroids from below. You know, from, quote, below. It approaches it from an angle where the asteroid is above the ship. And so if you place those fucking turrets anywhere else but the top of the ship, the thing just breaks. And you notice that I place my usual turrets in the front of the ship? And that's basically that. We could improve this thing, by the way. But right now, I just wanted to be able to mine these things. And then I can add to my discovery ship. Oh. Yeah, this thing will need a huge makeover. I might as well just park it next to the shipyard for now. We're going to be using a different ship to just move around a little bit. That's the overall idea. So, as I said, the funny thing about this is that Trinium is the lightest material of all the materials we get. Like, this thing is hecka light. It is light AF. Just to show you the difference. Iron has a mass of 51 units. Titanium is at 30, so it's, you know, almost half of the weight of iron. But Trinium is 21. That is hecka light. That's a lightotastic. Lightomatic. So, now the concerning part is that none of these, like, there is no exit from this place via gates. And right now my concern mostly is just the fact that I want to explore this thing without risking to blow up my ship. So I'm just going to make that scout thing again. We can access the save designs. And it was here somewhere. I think this was our scout. No, this was the old scout. Where's my other scout? I might have accidentally deleted... Oh, no, there it is. Scout 0, Scout 2, Scout 1, Scout 1 3, Scout 1 2, Scout 1 0. Oh, okay, I see. That's the scout. That is the scout before we added the forward-firing thrusters. But in any case, we actually need more neonite for this. And where is the damn thing? Yeah. I guess I'll just fly over there. I need to just buy some neonite. I actually expected this episode to be kind of boring, and it's a lot slower paced. I'm pretty sure I wouldn't have done a lot in the first 15 minutes, so I think it was a good idea to just make this thing kind of skimmable. Because right now, the only thing that I need to do is gather a few more resources for it. Actually, that drone is about to just gather all of the stuff that I need, so... Fuck it. Let's just buy 1,000. It's only 20,000 credits anyway. I want to be close to the shipyard. Actually, no, I want to be close to the equipment dock. I'd say that thing is mining very well, for now. I'll switch back to the scout as soon as I'm done setting this thing up. And one of the things this scout is going to have is the point defense turret. So I will actually need some gunners for it. Okay, this is where I'm gonna park this thing. And I'm gonna switch back to the scout. And now I can use this design. And as I wanted that time, I wanted to add some thrusters to this thing so that I can actually stop this ship. Because I remember that was the underlying issue. Something like this. Though it still says that, like, the brake velocity is shit. I really don't know what to tell you, dude. Sound like this? Okay, first things first. How many do I need? 18. I made this thing from the ground up, so I have no crew whatsoever. Come on, get to the dock. Get to the dock, ah. Hire crew. I need 18 members of the crew. Very nice. And now, on the back, I need 1 Trinium hull. Something like this, and then point defense turret can be placed here. Like this, and set to defense. So, just to show you, this is a point defense missile, laser turret. It just does this. Pew. And essentially that is just going to protect the ship from incoming torpedoes and whatever. So, yeah. But this is not the only thing that I need from this thing. I actually want to use this thing to... I guess I really don't. I was going to say I could transfer that thing. Oh, I know what I need. Tractor! Install permanently. Because then I can tractor loot at a much better radius. And I think I actually do see some loot. Yeah, basically what's going to happen now, I'm going to allow that mining ship of ours to just strip mine this region, and after that I'll figure out where we go. And I guess before I end this episode, I'm going to switch to this ship and simply mark all of the unknown coordinates. Tag sector, tag sector, tag. Something like this. And there we go. I keep forgetting that the collision damage is off, so I don't really need to worry about that, but fucking hell. I'm gonna quickly grab a look at what we have over here. In terms of things I could get. F the dock. Trade equipment. Yeah, torpedoes. Not really sure we need them right now, but they are very good to have, technically. Tractor beam upgrade. Turret control system. Triple plasma turret. You know what? Oh, this does count as a... Let's grab one of this. There we go. Install it permanently. So, the only thing I'm doing right now is just making sure that the scout can actually defend itself if we really need to. Not necessarily making it into an uber battleship or something. This thing actually needs 3 gunners. Oh, shit, it's a big turret. It kind of looks strange like this, but... Okay. So this is going to be our point defense turret, and these are going to be our... The point defense turret is going to be only like this. So those are plasma turrets. Interesting. I will call these fuck my energy core turrets. Yeah, the Discovery can take these. Like, it is going to eventually have a much better energy production thing. Okay, guys, I think this is going to be enough for this interlude episode. And yeah. Yeah, okay. I think that's enough for now. My short-term goal, again, is to set up a fleet of mining turrets. Mining drones, like this. Because, as you can see, so far, there's no problem with this thing just salvaging everything. It's doing very well. We're already up to, actually, quite a bit. Let's look at the player menu. 7,000 Trinium. We should be able to upgrade the Discovery from the ground up again. And in the next video, I'm going to allow it to mine as we're going through that video. And after that, I'm going to do another kind of in-between video in which we can just actually build the ships itself. Like, in the next video, I'm going to do the exploratory part, and after that, we're going to have another long, uneventful video where I just build stuff. So, if you watched this video, if you watched this episode, and you've stuck around through it, thanks. Hope it wasn't too boring, and I'll see you in the next one.